And this morning's Health Watch, keeping those New Year's resolutions. We all make big plans when the ball drops, but surveys show that more than half of us will give them up within 6 months. Psychologist and early show contributor Dr. Jennifer Hartstein is here to help us make those resolutions stick. Jen, good to see you.
Good to see you too. Good morning.
Good morning. Overall, why do our resolutions fail?
Most of the time, it's because we set goals that we don't really like. I mean, and they're bad. Why do we have to do them every year, right? But it's kind of what's expected. We have to make it happen. So they fail most of the time because we set these gigantic goals and they're really unattainable. And then when we can't see any immediate gratification, we quit.
I see.
And that's really one of the big problems.
And willpower, you say, isn't enough to get through these.
It is not. We have always thought, well, if I just stick to, our stick-to-itiveness will keep us in there. And the truth of the matter is that it's not enough. Because when we get stressed out, when we get overwhelmed with other things, our willpower is the first thing to go. We want something that's going to make us feel better right now. So we have to really retrain our brain into thinking about things in a more positive way and being more attached.
Easier said than done. How do we retrain our brain?
It is so difficult. And one of the things you want to really start to do is associate what you're working towards with something positive. So you want to really say, I want to lose weight, and by the end of the year, I want to feel good and be healthy. Imagine what that's going to feel like, and also the reverse of that, what's it going to feel like if you don't do it? So you want to try and do that. You also want to start with some really small, kind of less meaningful tasks as practice. You wouldn't run a marathon without training. You wouldn't jump into a really long-term goal without starting to train your brain a little bit. So you think of your brain as a muscle, train it so that you can jump into your resolution and be ready.
All right, I'll try that. You've got some specific tips for us here. First of all, you say plan ahead when it comes to resolutions.
Absolutely. So you have a week before it's New Year's. Start to get things ready now. So if you want to be organized, start to get the containers, the folders, the whatever. I have my folder here that I use to keep things organized, and it's bright and colorful. I like that. It keeps me, oh, look, it's my happy folder. So you want to think about what's going to help you get ready. If you want to lose weight and be at the gym, have you joined the gym yet? Do you have your new clothes? Start to think about what you want and get ready for it so that come January 1st, you're ready.
Okay, you touched on this earlier. You said set attainable goals that you can meet. You're nothing too far out there.
You want to set a larger goal and break it down into smaller pieces. So you want them to be attainable, realistic, simple, and have a time frame so that you can see progress all along the way.
We all will make mistakes now and then.
Yes, we will.
You say we should have a setback plan as well.
Absolutely, because let's say it's really super cold or you get sick and you aren't doing what you want to be doing. Most of us focus on health as one of our main resolutions for the new year. So if you can't because you get sick and you lose momentum, you may have a hard time getting back into momentum, or you had that piece of cake at the birthday party. So say to yourself, one piece of cake doesn't mean that I failed entirely. Get back on the horse. Your friends probably have the same goal. Work with a partner, get a buddy, do something that helps you.
In those years where I've made resolutions, which have not been many years, that's what's happened to me. I've fallen off the wagon and said, okay, that's it.
Yes, and the fact is that doesn't mean you failed entirely. You can get back on. Just make a new commitment and recommit to that moment, making your goal forward.
Finally, you say it's good to reward yourself along the way.
You want to, if we're breaking things down into little bite-sized pieces, reward each piece so that you feel like you are feeling good and getting that immediate gratification that's going to keep you motivated. So you want to recognize that and do that as much as you can. Pat yourself on the back, give yourself praise, buy something for yourself, any of that.
And don't look at that reward, as a setback.
No.
If you like chocolate cake and you have a piece of chocolate cake after 3 weeks, don't look at that as a setback.
Don't look at that as a setback. Say, hey, I worked really hard. I deserve that cake, and tomorrow I'm going to be at the gym an extra half an hour.
Okay. I'm all pumped up.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You can do it.
All right. Thank you. Then Jennifer Hartstein. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.